Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I think Charles Gasparino might be tired of giving the SEC the benefit of the doubt. He and Eleanor Terrett have given, and he's doing his job as a journalist. They have given the benefit of the doubt. They have bent over backwards, forwards, in every way that you can to give these people the benefit of the doubt, and it's becoming more absurd by the day. Breaking via Eleanor Terrett, sifting through new docs in SEC versus Ripple, it appears that the SEC has adjusted its position on the famous Bill Hinman speech on what constitutes a security from originally his opinion and now the opinion of Corporation of Finance Division. Interesting. Oh yeah, it's interesting, all right. Now, let's hear from the official cool guy. Now, he gave me this on Friday, but we're going to play it on a Saturday. So let's listen. He's cool on Saturdays too.
All right, third up, we got to hit those digital assets, especially Ripple. They're winning. They're taking down the SEC along with the XRP army. We're just spitting trumors. Past videos of them talking. You got documents coming out that Chris Larson, CEO and founder of Ripple, got legal advice that XRP was not a security. Back in 2012, what has the SEC been doing? What are they doing now? You got Gary saying we need instant settlements on the stock exchanges. That has Ripple written all over it. You got Biden coming out with an executive order next week. What will it say? And just keep an eye on DeFi and stable coins. Gary Gensler's not done with them. They're a direct threat to banks, and they want banks working with this new system, not being replaced.
All right. You always need to check in with the official cool guy. Now, Digital Perspective had tweeted this out about the how the recent motion. Now, look at this. It says agency decision making is critical. The release of dozens of drafts of the speech, the vast majority of which reflect opinions and thoughts of staff other than Director Hinman, would result in a very chilling of agency deliberation the court sought to avoid in its order. So it would be if they released all of those deliberations, it would be very chilling for the agency. I'll bet you it would. And I said, words mean things. Very chilling equals Ethereum house of cards comes crashing down. And that includes the disguise wells. This ends before we ever see any of those emails. We were forced to uncover. We did not want to have to do this, folks. I am not anti-Ethereum. That is not what this has been about. I just knew that Ethereum was the pressure point because I knew something not right had gone on here, and the pressure has to be applied to what happened with Ethereum, and that is how you make, because these people apparently are unwilling to do the right and honest thing, and so the only way to force their hand on doing the right thing is to put pressure where the weakness is, and that is Ethereum, because this is as shady gets, everything that happened here, okay? We were forced to uncover this Ethereum mess. It was the only way to get the SEC to level the playing field because they weren't going to do it for the right reasons. So we're making them do it because this is the right thing. All right. John Deaton, I cited this language in the writ of mandamus. I'm so sick of listening to everyone at the SEC say I can't comment on a specific token or a specific company. The SEC is supposed to provide material information to investors for us to make informed investment decisions. Yes, this is all lies, all this business. Oh, I can't comment. That is baloney. And they know it's baloney. We know it's baloney because the guy that runs the CFTC just the other day in front of Congress said very clearly Bitcoin and Ethereum are not securities. If he can speak clearly, so can the SEC. And then Yassin Mubarak says, wasn't there a signed affidavit by William Hinman that states the speech was his personal opinion? If so, aren't there any penalties for lying in a signed affidavit? I mean, both positions can't be true at the same time, right? Either the SEC is lying now or Hinman lied in the affidavit. I said, or they're all lying. And then John Deaton put this whistleblower alert out that he had put out back on December 16th. I think Bill Hinman could have used some legal advice before signing the sworn declaration filed by the SEC. If his speech reflected only his personal opinion and was not guidance by the SEC, he is in violation of Title V. Okay? And I think that's basically using public office for your personal benefit. All right? Okay. And then Crypto Law, which is John Deaton's law firm, put this out. Hinman's declaration on June 23rd, 2021 in support of motion to quash the subpoena for him to be deposed. He says this: the speech was intended to express my personal views. During my preparation of the speech, I discussed my thoughts with other commission employees as a part of the commission's ongoing deliberations about whether offers and sales of Ether constituted securities transactions. To the best of my knowledge, the commission had not taken at that time and still has not taken any position or expressed a view as to whether offers and sales of Ether constituted offers and sales of securities. Then the crypto law shows the SEC motion tonight to continue to withhold the emails, meeting notes, and drafts of Hinman's speech. This is what they say now. The text of the speech makes clear that Director Hinman was speaking as the Director of Corporate Finance to provide information about what private parties could expect when seeking formal or informal guidance from the staff of the division he led on a topic, the regulation of the offer and the sale of digital assets within his division's purview. In his deposition, Director Hinman confirmed that the speech was intended to share more generally the framework that the Division of Corporate Finance was using in thinking about these assets. So in front of this court, the SEC and Bill Hinman are putting forth that it's his personal opinion here to achieve their end here, but then here they're saying it's the Division of Enforcement's position. Two different things. This judge ought to be angry. We'll get there. I tweeted this today, the SEC's official position, Hinman's personal opinion, and now the opinion of the Division of Corporate Finance. Can we all agree that the SEC has arrived at the dog ate my homework moment? What an embarrassment to this country. And also, Andrew Zell said this: will the judge ever lose patience, or is this how the SEC usually conducts itself in the U.S.? And I said, this is my question. The SEC is now literally making a mockery of this judge's courtroom, or Zoom courtroom. How much does it take for this judge to just absolutely lose it? If I was a judge, I would have lost it a long time ago with these guys, because this is dishonesty at best going on. At best. That's a kind way of saying this. And then this guy uses the same word, dishonest submission. Do model litigant rules and don't mislead the court mean nothing in the United States? The submission contradicts all SEC's earlier submissions, the court's finding that the speech was his personal opinion, and the speech on its bloody face. And folks, this wasn't in court, but let's not forget one other, okay? When Charles Gasparino first came onto the scene, do you remember when he said that the people at the SEC were telling him that the reason they didn't go after Ripple is because its infrastructure was not completely built out, but Ethereum's was? These guys have thrown out multiple different positions on all of this stuff. And then we've shown you the video of Joseph Lubin in his own words talking about how the infrastructure is not built out for Ethereum. And we know that they still don't have Ethereum 2.0, that they changed the name to Consensus Layer because the stigma of Ethereum 2.0 the stink was too bad. This is all a mockery. It's a mockery of the crypto industry. It's a mockery of the court. It's a mockery of the institution of the United States, the government. It's a mockery of our agencies. It's even a mockery of the President of the United States, because Gary Gensler is his guy. He put him here. A guy that works for me creates this kind of mess of a joke of a situation, and I don't just fire him. I put him in front of my face to tell him he's fired. I mean, this is a joke. It's a complete joke. And everybody knows it. Now, look at this. This is Jesse Powell, who's the CEO of Kraken, and he's commenting on how Canada is trying to lock down people's bank accounts and their crypto accounts. Now look what he says. This guy says, is it possible Kraken will be put in a position where told to freeze assets by police without judicial consent, and you probably will comply? Jesse Powell, the CEO of Kraken, says this. 100% yes. It will happen, and 100% yes, we will be forced to comply. If you're worried about it, don't keep your funds with any centralized regulated custodian. We cannot protect you. Get your coins cash out and only trade P2P. Or, folks, I mean, that's like the best advertisement in the history of the world for a Ledger Nano S. I'm going to put this at the very top of the description of this video. And if you don't, I'm not telling you you should put all of it there. If you don't trust that, then at least put some of your crypto. Don't find yourself in a position where somebody locks you down and takes control of your stuff. Top of the description of this video, you'll see the link. All right, and then Jim Cramer puts this out. Well, did he? Okay, yeah, the tweet's still there. Store of value, great hedge. So Jim Cramer has now taken a shot at Bitcoin, which makes me immediately think that the red phone must have rang, okay? Because we know Jim Cramer does not tell you what Jim Cramer thinks. Jim Cramer tells you what he's told that you should think. And that's what he talks about. Jim Cramer, this is what I think goes on behind the scenes. Jim Cramer, we've been instructed to change the narrative. Yes, sir. And then he goes out like on his clown show, Mad Money, and tells everybody what he's supposed to tell everybody. Bitcoin magazine Bloomberg, SEC received over 150 letters in February demanding a U.S. Bitcoin ETF. And then there was this from James Rule. Kurt Weickert, I don't know, on Fox Business says, is there a difference between Ethereum? These people are listening to what we are talking about, folks. This guy, this Weickert guy, he is chief Bitcoin historian from Real Coin Geek, okay, whatever that is. Bitcoin since 2012. He likes bananas and hates scams. Listen to what he says. You can tell just from what he says. He's been paying attention. They're all paying attention.
Is some difference between Ether and XRP?
Not in my opinion, no. Ethereum was issued in a crowd sale. It was arguably the first ICO. We've heard from Vitalik Buterin and Joe Lubin on stage that they issued it the way they issued it in order to raise money so they could create Ethereum 2.0. And if you recall, this whole thing that Ethereum is not a security is based largely on the opinion of Hinman, who basically said it just barely made its way through because of proof of work, which is something we know is on the roadmap of Ethereum to get away from. So I think the argument that Ethereum is not a security is a paper-thin argument at best.
Oh yeah, see, they all know now, and look, if these guys had not gone after Ripple, nobody ever would have known. They could have just taken their free pass and kept their mouths shut, but they all had to run their mouths and then say, "Go get Ripple too," and then they had to gloat. If they hadn't done that, kids, I tell you this all the time. If you're listening to me, don't gloat, because I tell my sons this in baseball. If you win, don't give the guy a smirk. Just win with grace. These Ethereum guys, if they had just kept their mouth shut, but they had to go out and do tweets where they called XRP a shit coin and all. Vitalik Buterin did that. I mean, they had to go out and run. And then the people got so, and then the arrogance. All the people involved had to go out and start bragging about what they did. These are grown-ups, folks. All right, and then John Deaton was replying to this. He says, we really need to get the notes from these meetings. Clearly the SEC staff with Hinman told Lubin things. After every meeting, Lubin would make, this is back to that gloating, folks, Lubin would make statements like this one. On June 12, 2018, Novogratz said Ethereum wouldn't be classified as security, and the SEC was going after a token, okay? These guys, somebody was talking, okay? Right here, Lubin says the market needs the SEC to scare certain projects away. I remember that video. We've shown you all these videos. Go look at the archive. Go to crypto-law.us. That's John Deaton's website. He's got a video library that lays it all out. I like this tweet right here from ex-captain. We all need to question the integrity of anyone not demanding an official investigation into the SEC and ETH gate. And I said we should also question those industry participants who claim to want regulatory clarity for crypto, but won't even utter one word of support for Ripple or John Deaton. And I copied in the Blockchain Association, the Digital Chamber of Commerce, Kristen Smith, who's the executive director of the Blockchain Association, and Perry Ann Boring, who is the founder of the Digital Chamber of Commerce. Both of their organizations and them have issued no support whatsoever for Ripple or for John Deaton. And then there's this, and I'm going to make a point here, folks. This guy says Cardano is again hanging by a thread at $1.03. 95% of buy volume is likely coming from the buyback program. This may be the single most overvalued asset on the planet at the moment. When it drops, you know what that reminds me of? Remember the time Joseph Lubin said that XRP was extremely overvalued because of something he must have known, right? This guy says ADA must be single most overvalued asset on the planet at this moment. When it drops to 50 cents, it will still be 98% overpriced. Hey, Charles Hoskinson, have you considered maybe moving buyback support from $1 to 50 cents to preserve dry powder? And then Charles Hoskinson, who I like, replies to him and says, there is no buyback program, and if you keep lying publicly, then I'll consider litigation. I'm directly asking you to stop writing deceptive tweets intended to slander and mislead the general public. Now, I retweeted Charles Hoskinson's tweet, and I said this: anything that threatens the Bitcoin and Ethereum narrative will be attacked. The tentacles are many to this Wall Street machine plan. I've been saying this for a long time, folks. It's not any one person, but this is a coordinated plan. Make you no mistake. And I'm not saying they all get in on the phone every day and say, okay, here's what we're going to do next. I'm just saying they're all a part of the machine. Crypto media, traditional media, trolls, talking heads, lawsuits, government attacks. Keep fighting the good fight, Charles Hoskinson. They fear the real tech. See, that's the problem. That's why they have to do these attacks, is because Bitcoin and Ethereum are the inferior technology, and they've been trying to hold off the real technology with all of these methods. We've seen it with XRP, and once Cardano started to rise, we started to see attacks on Cardano. Remember this one? Mike Novogratz, last question before I go shower. Can anyone make a real bull case for ADA? Does anyone build on it, use it? Why is its market cap so high? Should it be a funding asset? It's one of the few cryptos I haven't traded in my life. Reminds me of the time Mike Novogratz went on and was bragging about how XRP had achieved this all-time high, and he says he was shorting it. And it also reminds me of this time. Remember this?
What do you make of the big move in XRP that we've seen recently?
You know, I wish someone could explain it to me.
So you don't get it either?
So you don't get it either. In other words, the woman from CNBC, remember, these are the same people that have been towing this Bitcoin Ethereum line from all the way back from 2018 and before. They've been towing this line. Trust me, this is a Wall Street plan, and I don't know how coordinated it is, but I think it's pretty coordinated. That these people, and look, we know just from producing all the videos, a lot of these people had to know something, because a lot of them predicted things that happened very shortly thereafter. In fact, Mike Novogratz himself, just a few days before the Ethereum free pass, the Bill Hinman speech, just a few days before, he said, I don't know the exact quote, but it was something to the effect of, I'll bet dollars to donuts that they say that Ethereum used to be a security, but now it's not. It was something to that effect, but literally days before the thing. How would he know that? We've got him on there's videos where he's saying that Lubin was his contact and that he had a person at Consensus in Brooklyn. And he hired a guy. He put a guy there. That's what he said in a video. What in the world has gone on in all this thing, folks? These are their own words. We're just showing you what they've said and what we know that they've said. What's going on behind the scenes? Who knows? But I'll guarantee you, we never, ever see those emails from the SEC that went around on the Ethereum free pass, because I believe that the breadcrumbs inside of those emails lead to places that the guys at Wall Street will not and cannot let this go. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that the tentacles of this thing are everywhere. And they never counted on John Deaton, and they never counted on the XRP army to go and find all of this stuff. And we didn't want to have to do it. And look, I'll say it again. I want Bitcoin to do well. I want Ethereum to do well. I want Cardano to do well. I want XRP to do well. I want XLM. I want all of it to do well. But I want it to do well on a level playing field. That's all we've ever wanted. We go away when we have a level playing field. And the level playing field is not just Bitcoin and Ethereum being designated commodities based on a bunch of lies. It's not. I'm the digital, I can't even remember if I said it. I'll say it again anyway. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that my gut tells me that they have no choice for this thing to go, this Ripple case to go away. And all the credit goes to all you out there who have been finding information, tweeting, retweeting, and whatnot. You should all be proud of yourselves, because we've been fighting the good and honest fight, and we have the truth on our side. And that is the reason that the SEC has had to change positions 3 and 4 times, because they don't have the truth on their side. And my 9-year-old understands that telling the truth and having the truth on your side is everything. And once you go down that road, it's a dead-end road of lies.